Hi everyone, our book today is No Such Thing as Nessie. We did read it in class as part of our Scotland topic, so I hope you enjoy. Finley loved dinosaurs. He loved Triceratops and Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex, but his favourite dinosaur was the Loch Ness Monster. Finley's gran said she had once seen Nessie. A big head had popped out from the water of Loch Ness and watched his gran eating her lunch back when she was a little girl. Finley's gran hadn't been surprised because she always believed in the Loch Ness Monster. She'd thrown Nessie some shortbread. Nessie had chomped it all up and then splash! She was gone. Now Finley was going on holiday to Gran's house and he was planning his very own Nessie hunt. Mum drove them along the twisty road towards Loch Ness. Finley saw a dark shape over the hill. It had two humps just like... Mum! Nessie! He yelled. Screech! Mum slammed her foot on the brake. Finley! Don't shout like that, it's dangerous. But Mum, there's Nessie, Finley pointed. Loch Ness Tractor Repairs, Mum read the sign. There's no such thing as Nessie, silly, said Finley's big sister Sarah. Don't worry, Finley. I'm sure Gran will help you with your Nessie hunt, said Mum. When Finley arrived at Gran's house, she agreed they could start looking for Nessie right away. Finley packed his Nessie hunting kit, which had his camera, pencils, notepad and a net in it, and he wrapped up some of Gran's shortbread just in case. They all went for a walk along the pebbly beach. Finley skipped a stone across the loch. Sssss. What's that noise, Gran? Sssss. It was coming from a big pile of rocks down on the beach. Sticking out from behind the biggest rock was a strange shape. It looked a bit like a tail. Gran! Nessie! Finley shouted and ran towards the tail. But this Nessie was rather floppy. Sorry, Finley, said Gran. It looks like someone's forgotten their blow-up Nessie. It must have had a hole somewhere. There's no such thing as Nessie, said Sarah, sticking her tongue out. The next day, Gran took Finley and Sarah on a boat trip. Finley stood right at the front, holding on tight to the rail. All the passengers were distracted by an osprey swooping down, hitting the water with a big splash and flapping off with the fish. Rising a bit further away was a grey shape with a long grey neck. Everyone, it's Nessie! Shouted Finley, and they all rushed to see. The long grey neck slowly lifted out of the water. His body was dark and shiny and square. Sorry folks, shouted the boat skipper. That's one of the research submarines doing her rounds. Ah, the tourists groaned. Told you there's no such thing as Nessie, Sarah said again. The skipper gave Finley's shoulder a squeeze. Better luck next time, eh son? The next day, Finley, Sarah and Gran were exploring the woods near the loch. They heard leaves rustling. Well, I don't think that's Nessie. His Gran smiled. Let's find out what it is. They tiptoed through the trees towards the edge of the loch and peeked out from behind a tree. A beautiful stag was having a drink. As they watched the stag, Finley noticed a long, dark shape on the water, getting larger and closer. It was huge! He started to feel a bit nervous. What if Nessie wasn't friendly after all? Gran! Nessie, he stuttered. A red crane rolled out from the trees, casting its long shadow across the water. The stag leapt away back into the woods. There's no such thing as... Shh! Now, Sarah, said Gran. She gave Finley's hand a squeeze. Finley sighed. Can we go home now, Gran? On the last day of their holiday, Sarah went shopping with Mum, while Finley and Gran visited a castle and then headed off for a picnic. Finley put his hand deep in his pockets and walked around kicking the grass. What's wrong, Finley? His Gran asked. There's no such thing as Nessie. His gran looked at him. "Ugh, Finlay, I bet she's just shy." Finlay picked up a big chunk of shortbread and chucked it as hard as he could into the lock behind him, and it made a big plop. "Nessie doesn't exist," he yelled. Crunch, crunch, crunch. "Finlay! It's Nessie!" Gran shouted. He whirled around. A big head and long thick neck rose out of the bubbling lock. She had little black eyes and a wide face, and she was chewing. Finlay stared at the Loch Ness Monster. Nessie stared back. "Quick! His camera!" He had to get his camera. He turned around, grabbed his bag, turned back. But Nessie was gone. Finlay started to laugh and Gran joined in. "I don't care that I don't have a picture," Finlay exclaimed. "I saw Nessie, Gran! I saw the Loch Ness Monster!" His Gran laughed so hard that she could hardly talk. "And she still likes my shortbread." Crunch, crunch, crunch.